Okay, here we go. This is the newest truck that we got. This is I believe it's an '89 Dakota we picked up from Terre Haute. Pulled the front clip off of it. I got that in the bed with my other stuff. It's around back. Anyway, this has the V6/LA motor mounts. No transmission, just a roller. Paid $400 for this beauty. And this cab is going on this frame. This is the frame of my long bed, which we've completely pulled apart because she had a giant rust hole on the floor right there. And yeah, she's a 5.2. She's 40 over. And she's mint. She only has 140,000 miles on it. And as you can see, we put electric fans in her with a new radiator. Puke tank's been adapted. Headers. She's going to have custom exhaust. We're swapping over to a 5-speed. And the diff is going to have a lunchbox locker. So it's going to be heck going around corners. Just a brand new fuel pump. Just clean the frame up. Anyway, so this roof, can't really see it, but there's a giant dent in it from a tree falling on it. And that's why we got it for such a good deal. So we're going to weld this roof on here. You can see the mark right there, and that's going to be right here. Yeah, gotta finish peeling the rest of this windshield out. Hopefully the Safe Light guy can pull this one so I don't have to buy a new one. Other than that, it's a pretty good truck. Bed has the panels cut out of it, so the new patch panels can be welded in. Anyway, most of the rest of the truck's in here. Toolbox, a washing machine, I don't know why. Yeah, that's about it. I also have to make a custom V-belt because I took off AC because it didn't work anyway. It was just a giant vacuum leak. I'm going through here, going through all the vacuum lines. I did have a couple vacuum leaks, but nothing to be worried about. This right here is probably going to have to be replaced. Heat shrink action. Anyway, have brand new sensors on the top. Intake manifold has the Kreger mod. Yeah, hopefully this thing will go together. I really don't want to bleed the brakes again, so I took it off the cab without disconnecting the lines. Here's the old muffler. And this engine has pretty much everything. It has a cam, a crank. The previous owner threw all that stuff in there. It's 40 over. And yeah, this is almost stock exhaust with a catalytic converter. And this is why you shouldn't have a catalytic converter on an engine that's stroked. You can't hear it, but the catalytic converter, the insides are just moving around in there. She's pretty wore out. And she was burning a little rich. I gotta figure out a way to put this sensor on the new exhaust. I have a nice set of duals. Foot welds, but I think they'll work. And yeah, she's a pretty mint truck, except that dent in the door. I have to pull that. These are the doors off the other truck. Power windows. She's got everything, pretty much. Put a new RPM gauge in it. Just hundreds of truck parts in the bed. And this frame, my dad's got the other cab, so he bought the frame. We're gonna put his truck on here. If this camera will ever adjust. Okay, and yeah, this is gonna be a 413 big block out of a dump truck with a 727, and that's gonna be his truck. But I'm taking the cab because it has no rust. The floorboards are mint. Well, you can't really see it, but oh well. Just gonna have to take my word for it. The best $400 I think I've ever spent. Shout out to the guy who sold this to me. He gave me a killer deal. This thing's completely rebuilt, suspension-wise. He was gonna make it a drag truck. Poor guy. Put a lot of money into it and he couldn't get his money back out, so I went ahead and met him halfway in Indiana and bought this truck from him. She's in very good condition. I do like these rims. They're going to be on my dad's truck. Looks sort of like the A-body, the cop car 5-lug rims, but they're the truck version. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much catching up on the build. And yes, the bed is around back with the other cab. And that's all I got to say for this video. So, yeah, you guys have a good one.